Welcome back to another match preview. Sunderland versus Arsenal is right around the corner. Big game in the Premier League. Let's get into it. This is our last match before the November international break. So as far as the lineup goes, we can afford to go full throttle, put out the strongest possible lineup with all the players we have available. So that's Raya in goal, back line of Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, midfield three of Zubimendi, Rice, Eze, and a front three of Saka, Trossard, and Marino. Sunderland are looking really strong. They are currently fourth in the league table, but they were second at a point. All of the early season, pre-season discussion around them going straight back down to the Championship. I was never on board with any of that. They've got a top quality coach in Reggie Labrie. They've signed some incredible players over the summer like Chemsy Taubi, Brian Brobe, Ryan Nildo from Atletico Madrid, even Granit Xhaka making his first appearance against Arsenal since leaving back in 2023. These are Premier League proven, Champions League proven players. There's just no way they'd be able to convince them to join if they weren't going to stay up. They are 100% staying up. They're looking really, really strong. They typically go with a 3-4-3 with wing backs, but against the bigger teams like Chelsea, Villa, and Man United that they've already played this season, they go with a more cautious approach, more compact, likely a 4-2-3-1 or even a 4-4-1 like they did against Chelsea. Speaking of that match against Chelsea, it surprised me just how much they went for it inside the first 5 minutes. And this left them really open at the back. Chelsea able to counter, get the ball to Garnacho. He puts it away. They were undone completely. Sunderland, I think they would have learnt from that and they will be far more cautious against Arsenal at the start. This will mean there's room for us to go for it ourselves, to dominate early on, grab an early goal. If we get to halftime and it's still 0-0, that is when things could start to get really tricky for us. The bench is looking so thin at the moment. Really, the only attacking reinforcements we could bring in are Ethan Ranieri, Max Dowman, and then potentially Andre Hayman and Noose. The second two have only played 7 matches for the first team between them. Ethan Ranieri is still a teenager as well. There's just not a lot we have on the bench in terms of attacking reinforcement. So every minute that goes by where we haven't taken the lead is going to get trickier and trickier. Sunderland will grow into the game gradually as well. They are a side looking high on confidence. We do not want to tick over into the 60th minute or so without taking the lead. That is a big no-no. However, thankfully for this, I don't think that will happen. I need to remind myself how good we are, how well we're playing, the kind of results we're getting at the moment. I find myself constantly forgetting the numbers we're putting up right now. 10 wins in a row, 8 clean sheets in a row. Must be about 1 or 2 shots on target conceded in our last 5 matches. Ridiculous. Historical, the kind of numbers, the kind of performances and the results we're putting up at the moment. I need to remind myself, I need to stop stressing out so much. We will be fine. Sunderland are a very good team, but we have the tools, even with how short we are, the amount of injuries we have. We are good enough to win this game on our own terms. And it's not just how good we are defensively at the moment. Going forward, creating from open play, we are looking better and better every single game, even despite having all of these players out injured. Madueke, I'll remind you, Havertz, Jesus, Gyökeres, Martinelli, all out injured. Despite that, we are creating a lot from open play. Set Piece FC has scored at least 1 open play goal in each of their last 3 matches, if you're being technical. If you're not being technical, you can increase that to 5, because I don't think anyone would count that as a goal against Crystal Palace as a set piece goal. Brilliant finish from him. Going back further than that, we scored 2 open play goals against Atletico Madrid. That would be 5 matches in a row. We are looking really, really strong. As they're starting to find his feet, Saka is Saka. Leandro Trossard is also, for me, our best attacker right now, or at least the player looking the most likely to create from open play. Got an assist against Burnley last weekend, assist midweek against Slavia Prague. They both come from him getting the ball down the left, whipping one into the box. Declan Rice getting his head on it for 2-0 against Burnley. Midweek against Slavia Prague. Ball in, Mikel Marino is in the right area to slot it home. Marino, please keep getting in those areas, the right positions to score a goal. Get the ball as much as possible to Trossard, even Saka. Whip it into the box. Know that Mikel Marino is in the right area to put one away on his left foot, on his head. Doesn't matter. I'm sure he will get in the right positions today. It is up to him to slot one home. The technique, the finishing, everything is what you would expect from a striker. Very high chance Mikel Marino does score for us. And of course, if all else fails, become Nicholas Jove FC. Get as many corners as possible. Saka whip him in, Rice whip him in, Gabriel get in the mixer, get your big fat noggin on the end of a set piece. Go ahead that way. If anything, I prefer that because it continues to wind up rival fans, shows you just how good we are, that they continue to try to knock us down. Keep scoring set pieces. Keep doing it. I love it. It keeps winding them up. It's beautiful. It's lovely to watch. I love going on Twitter, seeing rival fans cry and cry and cry about how good we are at set pieces, saying it's unsustainable. We do it every single match. It winds them up. Once we hopefully go ahead, keep it controlled, manage the game, and if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Keep using the same pattern that has worked for us so many times this season. Let Sunderland grow into the game a bit. We've done our job. We've scored first. We can sit back a bit and then hit them back on the counter when appropriate. Hopefully that is the way we get our second goal. That's the way we've got so many second goals this season. Hopefully same pattern again today. Let's take a step back. Let's have a look at the league table. This is a really, really big game for the Arsenal. Winning today using the same weapons, the same patterns that have helped us all season will show you how good we are, even though we have all of these injuries. Going into the international break, we could be as many points clear at the top of the table as 8. On the other hand, we could lose, stay on 25 points. City could beat Liverpool. They'd go up to 22. It would be 3. That is the range that it could be. It could be anything between 3 and 8 points clear at the top of the table going into the international break. I know what I would prefer. Obviously, we can't control what happens between Manchester City and Liverpool. All we can do is win our match and hope for the best. But let a man dream. Let a man dream. Dream scenario. We win against Sunderland, obviously. City and Liverpool draw. That would be 20 points for City, 19 points for Liverpool, 28 for us. 8 points clear after 11 games. That is the dream. From there, we're looking good. Let's get our job done. Let's extend the gap even further at the top of the league table. And I tell you what, I've never been so excited for an international break in my life because Kepa, Odegaard, Jesus, Martinelli, Havertz, Madueke and Gyökeres, we have 7 players out injured. All of them, bar Gabriel Jesus, will be back on the opposite side of the international break to face Spurs in the North London derby. That is massive for us because from there, it's chaos. I don't think there's another international break until the end of the season. We kick on after that. Please, Arsenal, however necessary, get through this match. Get to the international break. 2 weeks to recoup. Let all these players recover from injury. Then on the opposite side, we fully kick on. This would be a statement. Go out to a very difficult away ground. Sunderland have only dropped points twice at home in the Premier League this season. We go, we win, we get through this match, even with all the injuries, and then we come back looking refreshed. Hopefully no more injury crashes on the opposite side of the international break. We kick on after that. If we win this match, I'm going to start getting really, really excited. From there, there's no going back whatsoever. Win this match, win this league. Come on, you Gunners!